Musk announces forming of America Party and further break from Trump. Who could have ever guessed? The friendship timelines are like so accelerated with this dude. Is there really no schadenfreude or whatever with conservatives? They're like never like, maybe shit is fucked here. No? Imagine if Elon revolutionizes politics the way he's revolutionized cars, space travel, brain chips, satellite-based Wi-Fi, and tunnel digging.
Elmo the Mook, formerly known as Elon Musk, Elmo the Mook, he's today in another smear, and this only a foreigner could do this. Think about it. He's got up on Twitter right now a poll about starting an America Party. A non-American starting an America Party. No, brother, you're not an American. You're a South African.
Damn.
And if we take enough time and prove the facts of that, you should be deported because it's a crime of what you did, among many.
Musk forms America Party opposing Trump's tax bill. This is going to die out in 3 months. Musk's feud with Trump may impact Republican 2026 election chances. Tesla shares affected by Musk-Trump fallout despite Musk's wealth. And Musk criticizes Trump's tax bill as harmful to the U.S. economy. Musk plans to unseat lawmakers supporting Trump's tax bill. I really do feel like this is so in the weeds on finance, and I feel like most people don't give a fuck. But for the integrity of our financial system, I do think we need to go back to the drawing board and kind of reanalyze a little bit of how some of these companies' stocks work. The S&P 500, and at periods of time, the S&P 500's growth was like highly concentrated on, what was it, like 6 stocks? But when one of those stocks is driven by so much speculative investment and not any underlying fundamental like value, something is not. And then when that can be impacted so heavily by one person, oh, Mag 7, that's it. Something is not, I don't think that's good for our system. I think something needs to change there. I don't know what it would be. If you ever wanted like an anti-billionaire argument or whatever, this would be the thing that you would go for, I think. This just is not, like, this is some funny shit to happen with like a meme stock, I think. Like to watch something go to lose half its value in 3 months is funny for a meme stock, but not not for a $2 trillion company. Like this is when so much of the S&P 500 is weighted on just a few, it's just too much. And then especially when, and I'm so curious how shareholders feel about this. No, it's not even shareholders in general. It's just Tesla shareholders. When your CEO is the one who's driven this by his meme power, but he has like, I don't know if you'd call it a golden parachute. He has the AI company or whatever, right? Or was it SpaceX? People are saying that most of his net worth now is probably coming from XAI, right? And if that's the case, damn, I mean, like, how would I feel if my CEO, the CEO of a company that I have a significant investment in, has another company, and he can jump ship on this one that's entirely hoisted by his meme energy and go to the other one and be fine. And now I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked. That just isn't, and all of this is done off of like meme shit. Like none of this is real stuff, you know, like a real company. I sound like I'm from the 80s or 90s, I guess, because tech companies have changed this a bit. But like real companies shouldn't be able to lose half their value if nothing has happened. Like nothing has happened, you know? But like people are bringing up the PE ratio of Tesla. What is the PE ratio of like Facebook? Is it this high? There's no way. Is it this high? Maybe it is. No, okay, it's not even close. I think 28 is still considered pretty high, no? What is a good PE, or what is a healthy PE ratio? Investopedia. Give me a number. Just give me PE ratio of this before going back to 1927 has had a low of roughly 6 in mid-1949 and a high of 122 in 2009, right after the financial crisis. Oh. As of April 2024, the S&P 500's PE ratio was 26.26. So Facebook is actually right where it should be. See, that's why. Careful when you listen to retards. Okay, so Facebook's PE ratio is actually pretty normal. What's the only other, like, Apple has a high market cap, but they also do a lot of revenue, right? Apple's is like 30. Okay, wait, nothing else even remote. What's the next closest stock? Wait, top 5 highest PE ratio stocks. That isn't like of blue chip stocks. I don't know what. Fuck me. I don't even know what the fuck I'd be looking for. What's like the next highest meme stock besides Tesla? Oh, Nvidia. That might be one. Although I don't know how much revenue they do. Okay, Nvidia is higher, is significantly higher than the market average, or than the index average. So 51.33, but even this isn't even close to Tesla. Tesla's just on some retarded shit. Okay, Palantir's on, this is some retarded shit. 317 billion. God damn, that's a decent sized company. It's not a small fry. What the fuck? This was the one that like Trump announced was gonna like record all of our cum shots or whatever, and then send it to the president when he's bored. Today, stock market concentration in the U.S. defined as the extent to which shares are dominated by a small number of companies is reaching new extremes. This is largely thanks to a select group of tech stocks known as the Magnificent Seven: Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta Platforms, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla. I think that concentration can be scary because that means that your market is probably less diversified, meaning you have a greater exposure to volatility or risk, meaning that if a certain sector is hit, then your entire market could tank instead of being buoyed by other stocks. However, I do think that of all these things, one of these things is not like the other one. Like, while Google is highly tech-oriented, it has a lot of different products. Amazon, in and of itself, I feel, is quite diverse, right? Because you have the whole AWS stuff, and then you have the whole Amazon, like actual shipping real products and everything. Apple is probably not diversified at all, right? Apple is just primarily computers and phones. Facebook is not diverse at all. It's just their Facebook. Microsoft is not at all. Nvidia, definitely not at all. Tesla, though, the problem is not only is Tesla not diverse in any way, size, shape, or form, the stock price is not real. That's just so strange. To see something that can have such a significant sway on the market is just so fake. I don't know. Microsoft is as diverse as Google. Oh, true. Microsoft has Azure. Microsoft, yeah, actually might have a ton of other products that I don't know anything about. That could be the case. True. Are there a lot of Republican lawmakers that are quietly pissed at the Trump admin? The BBB drama was more public than I expected. The problem is that, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say this again, the problem is that Trump is very, very, very bad at politics. I don't think you guys realize how close we were on the precipice of disaster to having an actual Fourth Reich, whatever the fuck the U.S. could have been, if Trump would have been anything in terms of having like a mind for politics. But he's so bad at it. The problem is that Build Back Better thing, it just fucks everything so hard and for no fucking reason. For no reason. There's just no reason. Why are you making cuts to things like Medicaid, or why are you doing so much just to maintain these tax cuts that don't matter? They don't really matter. It just doesn't matter that much. If my after above the line exemptions, if my AGI last year was like $2.5 million, I don't give a fuck if you're taking an extra 100K or 200K. And I'm not making hiring decisions based on that. These absurd tax cuts for like 7-figure incomes, like who the fuck cares? I want to meet these people. The only people that I have ever met that defend these tax cuts are people that make less than I pay in taxes by a factor of 10. Like, I don't know who defends these tax cuts. They're so stupid. And they fuck the budget so hard. They fuck the budget so fucking hard. I don't know what the point is. It doesn't make any sense. So your huge argument in favor of all these tax cuts for helping businesses or stimulating the economy are bullshit, number one. And then number two, you're walking back on the one fucking thing that conservatives always harp on, which is the budget and the deficit and the debt, because that's fucked now. So like, what do you have to show for it? Tax cuts? What is a negative for people that are getting those cuts? It's just fucking your budget up. It's fucking your budget up so hard. There's no point. There's no reason for it. There's literally no point. 0.5% extra GDP growth? Doubt it. Press X to doubt. Or actually, wait, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't say that. It probably is some percentage GDP growth because there's no paired government spending cut. So you're just pumping more money into the economy, basically. The real question at Destiny is, will these continued tax cuts result in an increased growth of tax revenues? No, it won't. The White House predicts much more growth from this bill than other models. Tax Foundation, 1%. The CBO, 0.8%. Tax Policy, Penn Wharton Budget Model, Yale Budget Lab, White House Council of Economic Advisors. Very nice, very nice. Tesla's extremely diverse. All their different sectors are equally not generating revenue. True. What does Tesla do besides cars? Did the energy part of that business or whatever take off? Like, wasn't he supposed to do solar panels or something? Is there anything else that Tesla does besides not make cars, I guess? The solar roof is real? Oh, okay. Is it? Wait, nope. This guy said solar panels was complete BS and it failed too. We should be able to look up their... What is like the public P&L sheet or whatever? What's it called? There's like a filing or whatever. We should just be able to see their revenues, right? Tesla revenues 2024. This is not telling me anything. FSD Tech, Tesla bought his AI company, the robots. Wait, I thought XAI got merged into X. Am I incorrect on that? Or does he have another AI company? I thought XAI was made into its own thing to buy X. It's the opposite.
I want to thank Republican congressmen and women because what they did is incredible last night. And the Senate, the Republican Senate, we got, not with all of the things we did with the tax cuts and rebuilding our military, not one Democrat voted for us. And I think we use it in the campaign that's coming up, the midterms, because we got to beat them. But all of the things that we've given, and they wouldn't vote only because they hate Trump. But I hate them too, you know that? So it's sort of, I really do, I hate them. I cannot stand them because I really believe they hate our country. You want to know the truth?
What do you think? So I have a 3.5 scale for my gun, but I think I need, what would like the best binoculars be if I was to go on a safari hunt, an expedition looking for Alexei Friedman criticizing Trump for his rhetoric? What would be the best binoculars to use? I need to find that. Where is he? Where is Lex Friedman criticizing this highly divisive rhetoric? By the way, don't know if you guys forgot, but a insane, crazy MAGA dude 3 weeks ago literally assassinated 2 Democratic politicians and was planning on killing more. Just in case, anybody forgot about that. That happened. Nobody really cares, but, all right.
Fire. You hear a lot of pundits urging Democrats to fight fire with fire. Now local lawmakers, mostly blue states, are trying to do just that. They want to withhold funds owed to the federal government if these lawmakers determine the federal government is delinquent in funding owed to them. The untested approach is being tried in a handful of states, including Maryland and Washington. You hear a lot of pundits.
Based. Absolutely based. I worked so damn hard. Biden laments changes in U.S. since he left office. Former U.S. President Joe Biden, in a lengthy address via CBS at a conference in California Wednesday night, said some of his most significant achievements in office are changing so rapidly under the current administration that some European leaders have turned to him for advice. Climate change is a hoax. 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 I've been trying to wrap my head around how the flooding in Texas became so devastating so quickly. Why not evacuate? Then I saw this. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick just said the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 45 minutes around 4 a.m. That doesn't even seem natural. I didn't say this yesterday, but you know what's going to make me so fucking mad is that everything, all of the problems that we said were going to come true that conservatives didn't believe in, they're going to start to believe in the problems, but they're just going to give it a different fucking reason. So like, conservatives are about to become the biggest believers ever in climate change. They're just going to say that like George Soros did it. Also, I feel like I'm screaming into the abyss. Do you not feel like you're like part of a retarded party when it's like, did you guys just pass the budget? You mean the big beautiful bill? The big beautiful bill? Yeah, we did. The big beautiful bill? We just passed the big beautiful bill. Like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this?
We gotta be careful about that word.
It is a genocide.
Get a little bit queasy, what genocide? We gotta be careful about that word.
It is a genocide.
Ooh, they did him dirty here. This is so edited. He needs to do the clock strategy. Isn't that what we said? I needed a clock in the background so when people are cutting my shit up, you can tell.
What's your definition of genocide?
Bernie, you have funded Zionism yourself. You have funded the Israeli settler state. Here you are, pretending you aren't. It is disgusting. Liar, liar, genocide denier. Liar, liar, genocide denier. It's disgusting. It is reprehensible. You are a child killer. You are a genocide denier. The United States military-industrial complex are the largest murderers in the world. It does not matter.
The U.S. military-industrial complex? What? Where are they? Why are they making more weapons for Ukraine? Hello? Please. Where's my military-industrial complex? Please. We need them now more than ever.